Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Rahman Digital Production. This is lecture number 41 of Mathematics 4024. In the last lecture, we did 4 questions of exercise 6b. Today, we are going to discuss question number 5. The criteria is the same, the method is the same. Drawing a graph is not that much difficult and it should not be difficult for you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, they given us this one equation. Is in this case there are two equations, so we will draw two lines, but here we are having one equation. They told us that x must have values between -3 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I given three values, that is -3, 0 and 3. It is not mentioned that you should start from -3, then 0 and then 3. You could take -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. The result would be the same as in this case. Remember that 2 points are necessary for drawing a line. I took 3 points and this 3 point will serve for our purpose. So they given us this equation. If we are putting -3 instead of x, so minus and minus will be plus, and 3 threes are 9. 6 plus 9, that is 15, and similarly we are getting, if we are putting 0, so this will be 0, and 6 minus 0 is 6. Again 6 minus 9, so that will be given as -3. Ladies and gentlemen, our second job is to draw the graph by portraying these pair of points. When x is equal to -3, it means this one. On x-axis, we have to go 3 steps towards the negative part. So we will reach here, and from there we have to go 15 steps up towards the y. So we will get approximately this point. Now stay at the origin on x-axis, stay here. Neither you have to move towards the right nor left, because the value of x is 0 and y is equal to this is 6. So you have to move to 6 steps above and you will reach here. Now these two lines can serve for our purpose by drawing, and you can extend this line, but let us draw the third point as well. Go to third point and then -3. So it means that this line and this line will intersect this point. Now we have to connect these points, and we will be able, if I am being able from this side, I will go like this. I'm not that much precise, and it is not the correct way to draw it free-handedly, but because we don't have the time, it will. So this red line is the straight line for this equation. Now this was the second part. Now, in the third part, there is a very interesting scenario they given us. Each of the following, draw the graph n. Then we have to find the points they given us in the 2 points, that a 0. Find the values of a, and then we are having -2 and b, -2 and b. In the third part, we have to find c, and that is 1.5. C and 1.5. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to find the value of a, which will be x, the value of b, which will, because this is x point and this is y point, this is x point and this is y point, so we have to find these values. Okay, when y is equal to 0, this point, we have to find the value of x. We have to extend this point and it will intersect this line at point 2. So we have to say that when y is equal to 0, which is this one, this is y point, this is x point, a is equal to x is equal to 2. So it means the value of a is 2. In the second case, when x is equal to -2, -2 is given, and then we have to find the corresponding value of y. So this x is equal to -2, and when we extend this line, when we extend this line, so when we extend this line, so it will cross at 12. So b is equal to y is equal to 12. Now in the third part, they given us that c, the value of x we have to find when there is 1.5, and that will be somewhere here. So we have to find the value of x. So we have to increase it here, and then we have to come down, because this is not, this is 2.5. So we have to take this point, that is a 1.5. So we have to extend it and then come down. So when y is equal to, when y is equal to 1.5, c is equal to x is equal to 1.5 as well. It is 1.5. Yes, it is 1.5. So these are the three values, and we can find these values from the graph. Now we are turning our focus to the question number 6. They given us two equations, so it means we have to draw two lines, and the points are -2, 0, 2. When we put -2, that will be -4 plus 4. They will cancel and 0 will be the result. Similarly, we found all these values. If you are not been able to solve it, go to the previous lectures. I did it in greater detail, so you can understand that. Now, second job is to portray these pair of points on the graph paper. You can see that the biggest values of y is 8, so I am going to the 8. And the smallest value is minus 4, so I am going to the minus. By seeing these values, you have to draw these coordinates. And the x-axis minus 2 is the smallest value because these are the x and these are the y. And 2 is the largest values. So they are telling us that 2 units will be equal to 1 centimeter. So this is 1, this is 2. So we are taking it a bit wider one than this one because this is 2 squares. One square is here, the second square is here, the third is here, and the fourth is like this. We are taking all these values. So you can see this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. With the difference of 2, we are taking these points. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now stay at 0, that is y when minus 2. So it means that minus 2 is the x value and this is the y value. The x value is minus 2 and the y value is 0. This is for the first point, for the first line. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. So that will be the second point. When x is equal to minus 2, y is equal to 0. So minus 2 and 0 are connecting these points. 0 and 4 is connected to this point. And then we are having what there is another part, and that is 2 and 8. Go 2 and then to 8, and that will be the point. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we did mistake here. So let us see that how. Minus 2 and 0. Yes, it is like this. Minus 2 and 0 means this will be the point. Now it is correct. The graph tells you by himself that you committed a mistake because this is straight line graph and then it can come like this. So this is then not straight line. That is why I understood that I committed a mistake. I am also a human being. We can commit the mistake. Now the second, minus 2 and 8. So the second point will be here. Minus 2 and 8. 0 and 2. 0 and 2 on the y-axis. So it will be somewhere here. And third is 2 on the x-axis and minus 4 on the y-axis. It will be somewhere here. So we have to connect these points like this. So it means that these are the two lines. You have to write that the first one is y is equal to 2x plus 4, and this equation is y is equal to 2 minus 3x. So when it comes, this concept will lead will lead us to a very important phenomena. In the next chapter we have to find the solution of two simultaneous equation, and wherever they are intersecting each other, that will be the solution point, yx and y. So we are learning how to draw a graph in these preliminary lectures. In the subsequent lectures, we will find very important points, solution of quadratic equations and those through graph. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the whole story about exercise 6b. Now 6c is telling you that application of linear graphs in the real world context. Application of the linear graph in real world context. Now we learn these graphs, so how can we use these graphs in our daily lives? So let us see that how. First, they are saying that Huixian's father gives her $120 as her monthly allowance, $120. Number A part, if she spends an average of $5 each day, find the amount of money that she is left with after 3 days. Very easy. The amount of money, the amount of money she is left with after 3 days is equal to $120 is her total pocket money for the month, and we have to subtract minus $5 into 3 because her daily expenses on an average is $5. So it means that $120 minus $15 for 3 days, and 1 day is 5, 5 3s are 15, and when 15 is subtracted from 120 it will give you 105. That is the first part. Amount of money left after, this is the second part, after 6 days. That is also easy. 120 minus 6 multiplied by 5, so it means $90. And the third part is saying after 10 days you should write the amount of money left with her after 10 days, as I wrote in the first part. I don't have the time, so I am only writing after 10 days is 120 minus 10 into 5. So 120 and minus 50. So it means $70 she will have after 10 days. Okay, that was the A part. Now the B part, the cost of, given that $Y represent the amount of money Huixian left after X days, copy and complete the table. So they given us a table and I am exactly copying that table, and I will make sure that you understand this. This is X and this is Y. There are three values with us. One is the 3, one is the 6, and one is the 10. On the 3 days, they are having $105 after 3. And after 6 days, they are having $90. And after 10 days, she left with her a $70. So we already found that and we inserted those values in the table. Our next job is to portray these points. They given us that the values that $10 on vertical axis 1 unit and 1 day on the horizontal axis. Ladies and gentlemen, I am drawing it for you. I don't want to waste your time, so wait for a second and then I will come back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this was part number B and this is part number C. So let us portray these points. On x-axis you will have to go to 30 and there will be 105. 3 and 105 will be here. So 3, this is 3 and this is wherever they are intersecting each other, that will be the first point. 3 and 1, 6 and 90, 6 and then 90, 6 and 90. Hope that it is correct. Yes, this is the 6 and 90. You have to draw it precisely. And 10, there is 70. 10 and there is 70. So 70 is here and 10 is here. So we have to connect these points like this with a straight line. So this will be the graph roughly. So you can draw all these graphs in the first part. Again, I have to erase the whiteboard. Then I will come back. Wait for 1 second again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to solve question number 2. Question number 2, a graph is given in that question on page number 152. And they are saying the graph shows that P liters of petrol are consumed by a car to travel D kilometer. So this is the petrol consumed and this is the distance travel on the y-axis. This graph is given. I drew it roughly. Precisely you can see that on the book. So there you can get very precise values. Here my job is to tell you how to take the values. Okay, they are saying after the graph, use the graph to find how far the car can travel if he has 3 liters of petrol. So if there is a 3 liter of petrol, they will travel for 3 liters of petrol. The distance covered is 27 kilometers. Here 3, and when you join these line, this will be 27. You can precisely take that value from the graph. Next they are saying for 5.2 liters of petrol, this is 5.2, this red line. So when you increase it and come here for 5.2 liters of petrol, the distance covered is equal to 37 kilometer. Yes, when we are going here, we are taking 37 kilometer of the distance. Now the B part is saying the cost of petrol required to travel 36 kilometer. We have to find the cost of petrol required to travel 36 kilometer. Given that 1 liter of petrol cost 1.40 amount of this is part number B, N. Amount of petrol, amount of petrol required for 36 kilometer of distance is equal to, if we found on 36, which is this, so it will be 4. This is 36 and this is 4. So it means that uh, there are 4 liter of petrol and 1 liter of petrol cost 1.40. So 4 multiplied by 1.40. Yes, they given us $1.40. When we calculate it, it will give us a value of 5.60 dollar. $5.60. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the whole story about the part. There is no other part inside it, only B part. So that's it. Now we are turning our focus to question number 3. In this also the graph is given to you. Listen carefully. That is on page number 153. Devi, the president of the school photography club, wishes to order t-shirts with the club's logo for its members. She goes to Mr. Lee's shop to find out the cost of ordering the t-shirts. Mr. Lee, a mathematics enthusiast, shows her a graph displaying the cost $C of making n t-shirts. So this graph Mr. Lee is showing to Devi. This is cost and this is the number of t-shirt. If you are ordering 10 t-shirt, it will cost $50, $100. So it means they given us a table in which the red values I wrote for you from the graph is empty places. So number of 10 t-shirts, if you are ordering, you will get 100. You will have to pay $100. Similarly, if you are ordering 30 t-shirts, you will have to pay $200. And similarly, for $50, you have to pay, for 50 t-shirts, you have to pay 3, and for 70, you have to pay $400. So these red values are taken from the graph. Next question is saying, Devi, this is very interesting. Devi notices that the cost per t-shirt decreases when more t-shirts are ordered. You can see that if 10 t-shirt, then 100. If 30 shirt, then 200. It means shirt are increasing and the cost is decreasing. For 50, $300. For 70, for, so if you are ordering more t-shirts, the cost will be decreases, and that is what the question is saying. When more t-shirts are ordered, Anne is puzzled by the observation. Yes, that is what I am talking. She is puzzled by the observation. Okay, if there is zero t-shirt, it will cost $50. I am not taking any shirt, and then I have to pay $50. Mr. Lee given her this graph. She is puzzled by this. Well and good. If I am increasing the number of t-shirts with the logo for the members, then the cost is decreasing. But if I see it, Mr. Lee, if I am giving an order of zero, still I have to, if I am giving no order and still I am paying from the graph that zero t-shirt cost $50, provide a possible explanation to this problem. Mr. Lee is saying that there is a fixed overhead of $50. That might be the cost of shipping or packing or other thing. So you have to pay $50 extra, and that is why whatever order you are giving, 50 will be added to it. There is a fixed overhead of $50. Okay, the third part, find the amount of money Devi has to pay for 68 t-shirt. For 68 t-shirts, she has to pay. This is the 68 point. Increase it, and when you are coming here, that will cost $390. $390. Again, I roughly drew it. Main purpose is to show you how to get values from the graph. Okay, number 4 part, which is the final part of this question and this exercise as well as of this chapter. Number of t-shirts Devi can order with $410. For $410, if she is having in her purse, in her bag, $410, how many t-shirts can she order? So 410 is this value, and when you are coming to this value, there are 72 T-shirt she can order. 72 T-shirt she can order. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the practical implementation of graphs in real world context. Tomorrow we will start with new chapter. We will come with new energy. So keep in touch. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.